Hello everyone. In today's video, I am going to make you clear about how to understand the PTE Summarize the group discussion and how to handle it. In Summarize the group discussion, you will listen to three people having discussion on an academic issue. That means the discussion that likely happens inside the periphery of colleges or universities. The discussion would be up to 3 minutes long, and there will be three voices, always three people having a discussion. Out of these three, it can be two male voices and one female, or vice versa. It means there will be two male and one female, or two female and one male participating in that group discussion. It would be academic in nature. First of all, a narrator will introduce the topic of the discussion. It sounds like this. Would you please listen for a minute, please?
I've been looking into the growth of free online courses.
Discussing free online courses. Three teachers are discussing free online courses.
See, the narrator says that three teachers were discussing about free online courses. So, first of all, there would be a native voice who functions as a narrator, and that narrator would introduce the topic. Then, regarding that topic, these three people present their idea, their opinion, their views. First of all, the speaker first presents his or her opinion, means what the person thinks, feels, or says about the topic. Then, after the first speaker presents his or her ideas, then the second and third speaker also present their opinion, what each person feels about it, what each person thinks about it. When their discussion is over, you are supposed to speak for about 2 minutes. So, to handle the summarize the group discussion, first of all, listen to the narrator attentively and know what the discussion is about. Then make a column like this: speaker 1, speaker 2, and speaker 3, and then note down what each speaker says about that, what each speaker feels about that and thinks about that. Note it down faster, their ideas and opinions. Once your recording is over, you will have 10-second countdown to recall whatever you have just heard. Then you need to speak for about 2 minutes. So first, introduce the topic of the discussion. You can introduce like this: three people were discussing about about here in our context, about the online courses, or the discussion was about the online courses. Three teachers, three speakers, three students. Accordingly, you can introduce the topic. Then, regarding that topic, each speaker presents their ideas, thoughts, opinions. So, you need to report each speaker what each of them thinks, says and feels about it. Sometimes they may have a contradictory views. The views of first speaker might be countered by another speaker. We need to be alert. So, to report their ideas, opinions, you can use the rules of reported speech. You can use the term like, first of all, the first speaker mentioned this, then the second speaker agreed about that, the third speaker, however, disagreed with this. Using these terms, you need to speak for 1 minute 30 plus seconds. It is just a test of your reporting speech, how good you are in picking the information shared by three different people on the same topic, and how good you are in reporting that. Hope this video will help you to handle PTE, summarize the group discussion question. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.